C2c, one of the many train operating companies that run services in and out of London, is missing from TSW, and in this video, I make a case for why it should be added to the game. Before we get into the video, I'm going to ask all of you to like the video and the DTG forum suggestion if you agree, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Also, become a channel member with the link in the description if you would like to support me even further. Let's get into it. C2c is a commuter rail network serving the UK, specifically the country of England. The network encompasses 28 stations stretching over about 70 miles of track. It runs between the Fenchurch Street station in London to the Shoeburyness station on the eastern coast of England. It consists of two branches. The northern branch, which runs via Upminster and the London Underground District Line, and the southern branch, which runs via stations such as Dagenham Docks and Rainham. No, not that Rainham. There's also a connecting branch line that connects the northern branch to the southern branch at the Upminster station. Throughout the years, the C2c brand was owned by multiple different companies, with Prism Rail owning it through the 90s, National Express owning it from the early 2000s to 2017, and currently Trenitalia, whom you may know from their rail services in Italy. Similar to the Brighton Main Line, the C2c network runs from the city to the coast, in this case from west to east instead of north to south. I believe this is why the operator is named C2c, for city or capital to coast. Now, being that this route is only really run by one operator, you may have thought that there wouldn't be too many services or a variety of them, and that isn't necessarily true. Overall, for C2c, there are 8 trains per hour running along the core section of the route from London Fenchurch Street to Barking, with 4 trains continuing along the main line to Shoeburyness, 2 to Grays via Rainham, and 2 to Southend Central via Auckendon. You can also add 2 more trains per hour that branch off of the line at Barking and run down to London Liverpool Street. However, this service is only run on Saturdays. Besides C2c, there are 3 other types of trains that run along the route. One being the London Underground District Line between West Ham and Upminster, which sees 15 trains per hour, with 3 of those trains terminating earlier at the Barking station. You also have the London Underground Hammersmith and City Line, which runs about 6 trains per hour and runs between the West Ham and Barking stations along the route. Finally, there's the London Overground, which can be seen terminating at the Barking station. There would be more services if the portion of the route between Barking and Liverpool Street was included, with one of those services featuring the Elizabeth line. However, I won't be going over it in this video, as the importance of this branch line is rather minimal. Excluding the extra services with the London Underground, this route will only see 2 different types of rolling stock. We have the Class 357 Electrostar and the Class 387/3 Electrostar. Starting with the new Electrostar to the game, the Class 357. It was constructed by Bombardier between 1999 and 2002. They were the first member of the Electrostar family, which a lot of you are familiar with at this point, as the family includes some trains currently in the game, such as the Class 375, 377, and 387. The 357 shares a similar design to Bombardier's Turbostar family, which are basically the diesel counterparts of the Electrostar series of trains. There are 3 classes of these trains: the 357/0, 357/2, and the 357/3, which features a refreshed interior with 2x2 seating instead of 3x2, which is inarguably the worst seating arrangement a train can have. The other train, the Class 387, is something we've seen in TSW before, except this version is the /3 variant, with the previous one being the Gatwick Express /2 variant, featured on the London commuter route. They run on fast services between Fenchurch Street and Shoeburyness. However, as of April 2021, most of them have been subleased to GWR as temporary replacements for the Class 800s, which were having issues with their bogies. C2C's Class 387s are set to be replaced by the Class 720 Aventuras next year, which also run on Greater Anglia routes. Now I know that this would be yet another route that runs through southern England, specifically the London region, but it would be a bit different from what we've seen before in the game. We would be getting an all-new operator with c2c, and would be able to experience a fairly busy timetable with some of the subsurface London Underground lines. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see c2c in Train Sim World 2, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Also, if you would like to support me even further, consider becoming a channel member with the link in the description below. Peace.